Outlander is a play, it really kind of transcends genre because it combines so many different storytelling mediums.
The story is based upon Horace Kephart's book, Our Southern Highlanders. And it was emphasis on the ers, the Highlanders, the people.
It tells about Horace Kephart in his endeavor to establish a national park in this wilderness between North Carolina and Tennessee.
They don't really know what it was in his past that he was running from after having lost his way in his previous life as a librarian living in St. Louis.
Granville Calhoun lived in Medlin, which was near Bryson City. It met Horace Kephart on the train and found him stone cold drunk.
He winds up taking care of Kephart initially and wanting to protect him from the dangers that are out there. Whether those dangers might be wandering into the wrong place and getting eaten by a bear, or wandering into the wrong place and getting shot by a moonshiner. The natural conflict throughout the course of the play, of course, is him trying to ingratiate himself on the locals and trying to eventually become one of them.
He goes and takes notes on everything. He records every kind of tree, every kind of bush, every animal. And then he starts on the people and records their dialect, their speech.
It became more of a sociological or an anthropological study rather than, butterflies and foxes.
He has emptied stores of 20 people simply by taking out his notebook and starting to write. People run.
After a while, they discovered that they really did like him, that he really was a friend.
And they come to accept him and his activities.
Well, Kephart eventually got the idea to preserve all this beautiful country we have in eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina and form a national park.
And he writes letters to very wealthy folks, to the U.S. government.
Sounded really great, even though there were lots of people who thought it was going to be a terrible thing to let the government into our individual private lives.
I think in the long run, people understood that it was for the greater good of the American people.
So the play has elements of humor and they're sort of mashed up against moments of really profound pathos. Probably one of the most intellectually ambitious plays that the Parkway Playhouse has ever done by someone who I think and have tremendous respect for as an author and writer and a composer who has such an interesting ear that, whatever happens, it's bound to be cool.
Trying really hard to keep it authentic as far as the music's concerned, and we brought in some instruments that are specific to that period of time.
If you're already here and you're already in Burnsville, you're probably already aware of how gorgeous the mountains are. But I don't think what people are aware of is how gorgeous the traditions that come with life in those mountains are. And I think that's really what we're trying to capture more so than anything else.